Have you ever trusted someone so completely, that when they turned on you, it didn't just hurt, it quietly erased the version of the world you thought was safe? That's what happened to Marcus. He was 32. A graphic designer who found calm in clean lines and soft colors. His small apartment overflowed with houseplants he greeted each morning like old friends. And at the center of his life was one person he called his brother. A friend from university days who knew every scar, every dream, every quiet fear. They shared everything, late-night talks that stretched into sunrise, money passed without questions, ideas built side by side. Marcus believed that kind of loyalty was bulletproof. Until it wasn't. Make sure to like this and subscribe to this YouTube channel because what Marcus passed through and his solution might be just what you needed to hear from that wound from a dearly trusted friend. The betrayal and red flag started small, little inconsistencies Marcus brushed aside because doubt felt heavier than denial. Then came the blow, his friend submitted Marcus's best work as his own to land a dream client. When Marcus finally confronted him, the reply cut deeper than the theft. You're overreacting. This is how the world works. Don't make it personal. Marcus stood frozen in his living room, the phone heavy in his palm, staring at the blank wall as if it might explain why someone who knew him so well could choose to wound him so easily. The saddest truth wasn't the betrayal itself. It was realizing the person he loved and trusted had never truly valued him the same way. They saw his kindness not as a gift, but as something they could take without consequence. That night Marcus couldn't sleep. He sat on the floor in the dark, replaying memories like old film reels, searching for the moment he should have seen it coming. But the wound wasn't in the friendship's history. It was in his own heart, the part that had believed loyalty must always be returned in equal measure. Beside him sat a single untouched glass of water, catching the first gray light of dawn. In that silence, the deepest cut revealed itself. Betrayal doesn't first break your trust in others. It shatters your trust in yourself, in your ability to see people clearly, to judge who deserves your heart. And that doubt lingers longer than anger ever could. Weeks blurred into months. Marcus stopped waiting for an apology that would never arrive. The streets to his office felt strangely wider, the air colder. He moved through days on autopilot, numb but breathing. One evening, rain poured as he reached the small park near home. He didn't hurry for shelter. He simply sat on the bench and let the water soak through his clothes, cold drops tracing paths down his face. For once, he didn't fight the feeling. He let it wash over him. Not to drown, but to feel everything fully, without running. In that rain-soaked stillness, a softer truth began to form. The saddest part of betrayal isn't losing the person. It's grieving the version of them you carried inside you, the one who only existed in your hope, your forgiveness, your love. Once you see that illusion clearly, you can't pretend it back into being. But you also don't have to stay chained to the wreckage. Marcus started small, the way healing often begins. He changed the music he listened to, no more tracks tied to old memories. He repotted his plants one by one, giving each a fresh name and a quiet promise to care for them better than he'd cared for his own boundaries. He practiced saying no without apology. He learned to sit with his own company without feeling empty. Months later, he climbed a quiet hill just outside the city, the same kind of place he once went with his friend to dream aloud about tomorrow. This time he stood alone. The wind moved through the grass, steady and indifferent. No resentment burned in his chest. No bitterness poisoned the view. He looked out at the endless horizon and spoke softly to himself. I loved wrong once. I trusted wrong once. But I will not spend the rest of my life punishing my heart for daring to believe in goodness. Now let's hear your experience on that your once trusted dear best friend that betrayed you. Tell us in the comments section and how it happened and how you overcome it. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more amazing videos like this. The saddest truth about betrayal is simple and brutal. Some people will always choose themselves over you. even when you would have chosen them over the world. But the truth that follows, the one that saves you, is this. You get to choose yourself now. Every morning. Every hard day. Every quiet victory. And that choice doesn't need anyone else's approval. It only needs yours. If betrayal has ever left you hollow, hear this. The pain is real. The scar will stay. But your heart is still capable of trust, beginning with the one person who never left your side through the storm. You. Take your time. You're allowed to heal slowly. You're allowed to become someone stronger because of it.